Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, my cousin Will, Red Hill Farms, he's got a Case Puma that he's borrowed from the guys down at Sharmans while they fit a new front loader on his Maxim. He wants to show me and show you guys, do a video around it, so we'll go catch up with Will and check it out. What a beauty. Let's have a look around.
You've had one of these on demo before.
I have.
And I've got this one because they've got my Maxim in the shop getting a loader fitted to it.
You're jumping up and down, you're very excited about the loader.
Me and you have never really driven stuff that have got variable transmissions.
Not a lot.
We've driven power shift stuff, we've driven stuff with manual gearboxes. Yep. You know, we're both modern farmers, you know, you got a nice sized farm, you know, we got modern kit and stuff like that, but I'm not used to it, and to me, having a little look around like this, having a YouTube video of how it works is like invaluable. Because then you get to see that transmission, you get to see the dashboard, you get to see the controls, you get to see how it works.
See how it works.
Loose understanding of how it works, because understandably on a Case video, on a New Holland video, on a John Deere video, on whatever, when they're trying to show you how it works, they're also trying to show all the different configurations, and they're trying to do it in 30 seconds and stuff like that, so it doesn't quite get it across.
No. I've used one once.
Used it once, and I've used the TTV
well, once
one
or twice, but
with a Deutz, but only to do a little bit of power harrowing. I didn't have a proper go with it. So once you sort of understand how it works, it's kind of different. No doubt there's a load of guys who are watching this and girls who are watching this who are like, yeah, I know about variable transmissions, I use them all the time. But there's a lot of us who don't. Yeah. You know, me and Nick don't, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, Puma, 240 horsepower, boosts a lot higher than that, nearly gets to 300, I think, when it's done. Mark will tell you all of that sort of stuff. Nice power to weight ratio, because weight-wise, it's not far off 630's weight. No. But a hell of a lot more horsepower. It's got the old style lights on, but it's a 2021 model. Yeah, the one I had the other lights on. The ones like my Maxim lights.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, front linkage.
It's got front linkage right now. The cool thing about the front linkage, as opposed to the Maxim, is that that's hardwired in. Yeah. So it doesn't take up a spool. You can
that's right, yeah. Yeah.
You can adjust it electronically from the dash and the controls, which is different to the Maxim. The Maxim takes up a spool. I don't know all the stuff because I'm not marked.
Yeah, we need mark here.
It doesn't have a door handle. That's you can use it as a hatch to get out. It's like a handle to get out, but you can't get in that way.
Right, got you. Yeah, I was going to say fire exit.
These, I wonder what these were for when I asked. I thought that they were for putting jewels on or something like that, but they're actually so you can adjust the wheel spacings.
Right, okay, yeah.
Back in, this is, all right, this is quite cool. So that's the hydraulic top link is hardwired in, so well, you can change it if you break the link or whatever. That's
one thing, Will, that I absolutely love and want on our farm.
Yeah, but it's not taking up a spool.
No, that's the thing.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Same with the pickup hitch. The pickup hitch is done by an electric switch.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up a spool, so you've got 4 spools here.
4 vacant. 4 vacant spools.
4 vacant spools, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I loved on the one I had on demo. Adjusting, because I think I was chisel ploughing with it and adjusting the level from the cab. Just get it right. Having to jump out and change, you know, turn the link.
All the stress. Do you know, that's quite cool. And again, I wish the Maxim had this, because Maxim's got air brakes and everything. But this has got an airline, so you can plug in a hose and cleans it down like a combine.
Yeah. Fastrac has that. But,
does it?
Yeah.
That's very cool. I did not realise the Fastrac does. Maybe there's a retrofit I can get, because I've got air on my tractor anyway. So that'd be something I'll be interested in, because you get straw up and around here. Yeah. Like them ball holders as well.
It's got ball holders.
It's got ball holders, yeah. All Case and New Hollands have that. I don't know if other brands have that.
Gotta love a ball holder.
But let us know. Does like Claas have those? You love a ball holder. It's all suspended and everything, and you can see like,
full suspension, yeah.
I don't know if it's a different type of suspension than the Maxim. The Maxim's on springs. I don't know if this is on air or whatever. But that, again, I don't know everything.
Yeah, so we're doing a walk around, not knowing what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, we know, but that's the thing is we're talking as a farmer who's driven it, and why it's sort of better than some things and stuff. So neither of us has ever used the hydraulic top link ever. No. So you farmed your entire life. Yeah, you've used it when you had a Puma on demo.
That was it.
And from what I
revelation.
Yeah, and from what I understand is like the real benefit is that it should be like an equilateral triangle. So that's whatever 80 centimeters. That should be 80 centimeters as well. Yeah. Or whatever it is. So that allows you to keep that. You know, sometimes some bits of kit aren't designed that way; they're just built. Yeah. So then you can adjust that to make it so that there's no stress on it.
I said to Dad a few years ago about getting the top link, and his argument was always they're heavy and taking up the spool. So they're your two things. Yeah. That does look pretty beefy, but the fact that you have now.
You see, I've not obviously because I've only carted with it. To be honest, mate, it's not much heavier than a normal top link. Yeah. It's heavy. My top link's heavy.
I thought that wasn't actually too bad when we were putting on that chisel plough. And the fact that, again, like you say, it's hardwired and it's not taking up any spools. Yeah. Those two things combined, I think that is something we need to
definitely
invest in.
If you ever look at tractors in the magazines and things, in a magazine or in a booklet, a brochure, online, or videos, what you really want to see is the controls. You want to see how it works. Yeah. Because that's where you're going to be potentially sitting for 10 years. So you want a good idea of it, and that's honestly that's what probably sold me the Maxim. Is that I was like, oh yeah, they're nice tractors, they're red tractors, you know, I like Sharmans and everything else like that. So I have a go in it. I had a go in it. I was like, game change, man. This is awesome. I thought the multi-controller looked a bit weird when I first saw it in a brochure or whatever. But then using it, you're like,
it's using it that makes the difference.
Makes that difference.
Makes
man.
a lot of difference.
So it just gives you, you know, a nice 2 minutes just on what the back end looks like is going to give a farmer an idea of, oh, this is what I'm going to have. If I bought this tractor, I'm going to have one more step than mine, so she's higher up. She's higher up. Well, I won't be able to. Has a bigger toolbox than mine. I won't be able to get in then, Will. No, I'll give you a leg up. There's nothing in here I can steal. Maybe there is. Maybe I'll steal a couple of things out there before I give it back. Come on then, Nick.
Let's have a look.
Heads up, and we'll have a look around, and then we'll learn.
You got a step ladder so I can get onto the first step?
I'll send down some ropes.
I'm embracing the joke now.
That's probably the best way to get rid of it.
Oh dear.
As far as I can tell, it's pretty much the same as my Maxim. Got a corner post there. It's got this nerdy computer thing.
It's exactly the same.
Exactly the same as the Maxim. It does work differently than the Maxim, but it's pretty much the same. Everything, it's all the same. There's a cup holder, and I noticed the one that you had with the different lights.
Had a cup holder on here.
Yeah, mine's got a cup holder there.
There we go.
But didn't the one that you had on demo, didn't have a cup holder here?
No, it was further back, from memory.
Yeah, but I don't have one on the Maxim on this side.
I think it was just like that.
That's what makes all the difference. I want a cup holder. The computer screen on the Maxim isn't. It probably is on this because you've got the electronic spools. When you've got manual spools like I have in the Maxim, the screen was an option. You can either have it mounted there or there.
Yeah.
I went against it because I don't need it, because as we turn it on, we'll turn it on. Pretty much anything that you will see on the readout, so engine RPM and front lift height and all that sort of stuff, wheel slip, you can find it all out on this little screen here.
Yep.
But if you're going to use guidance, or you're going to use electric spools so you can set the flow rate of them, although you can set the flow rate on there using this button.
This cab is exactly the same as the one.
It's exactly the same as mine. It's the same as the one that you drove.
It's exactly the same as the one we had on demo. Yeah.
So you can look front hitch position 95, rear hitch position 98. Well, if I press that button, it tells me the same thing. Some people love computers, some people hate them. But the beauty of them at this range of tractor is that you don't necessarily need it. I've gone for manual spools because I prefer them. Because you've had problems with electric spools.
We've had a lot of problems with electric spools.
Yeah, you've had problems with
them. We've had problems with electric spools, I think, going forward.
But some people love them, they're really useful.
Yeah, when they work.
Because you can do headland management and stuff like that. But for me, who's mowing hay, I don't need headland management control for a back rake.
No.
I just don't need it. This one, because the front linkage is hardwired in, and if I pull it up, and if I push it down in a sec, it'll do my front hitch position down. You can't see because the bonnet's quite big, so you can't really see the front linkage. No. That will also do, if you have a loader fitted, that'll also do your loader. Yeah. Which is quite cool. So that's how that works. These are just electric spools, so I've got nothing on the back but like up, down, or open, close, however you want to do it, put it in float. Like that, I think floats forward. But yeah, DTO on and off. Easy.
It's got the RPM, you can set it, can't you?
Yeah, right. So
this is the bit that Mark showed me on the other Puma.
Maxim has got this as well. I don't know what this is. I haven't used this because I've only carted with it. But if you press that, it'll take your revs to a preset RPM. So that's taking it up to 1500 RPM, and you can adjust it using that up and down. So take that down if I want, take it down to whatever, 1300, and then turn it off. But then I go and do 4 days worth of other jobs. I've come back, press that again, back up to say 540. There you go. That's your rear linkage, just to adjust the float and everything. There's your front linkage there and there. And I found this frustrating on a lot of tractors, modern tractors I've demoed. This one does make sense to me, which is why I quite liked it. That does up and down to your preset. That's your low, and then your height is that one. Yeah, that's your front linkage. It's back linkage, so I can set my height down to whatever, you know, it's coming down there. It's 80%, 75%. All that does is cycle between those two. Yeah, that's it. So, but if you want to put a trailer on with your pickup hitch, you use that, and that, if you look at your back linkage, if I press it, it's just going to go down incrementally. Yeah. So you're reversing up to a trailer, you have it at like 30%, so your hitch is underneath the hook, and then you lift it back up with that. And that, up and down there, is the equivalent to just moving your handle on like an older one. And it's the same for your front linkage there, and then there's the controls for your front linkage. These ones here, again, didn't know what they were, because on my Maxim has them, but they don't do anything. Link, isn't it? One of them, this one's the top link, I think. So if we watch it, it's going to go up. Yeah, it's going up. And then that one there, side to side, there's no point doing it, you didn't see it anyway, but that does your pickup hitch. That's 4-wheel drive, there's your diff lock. That's to turn the front suspension off.
The best feature though, Will, in these cases, is the headrest.
Slidey headrest, so you can look over your shoulder.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is that cool because you can look over, it's also really comfy. You've got a high back chair. My brother said that. My brother, Mike, you're going to miss. Mike's going to miss. He's what, 6'6"? He's a tall bloke.
He's tall.
And he was like, I've never sat in a tractor that's as comfortable. I love this with the sunroof as well.
Sunroof.
You can just do a bit. You can just do the front. You can just do the back. Just let a bit of air in.
Yeah.
Weather channel. You can see what's going on. Close it. It's a bit bright. It's great. On the Max M, you just have one of these, and what it does is when it's in auto mode, it just controls how much horsepower you want to put into it.
Yeah.
So if you're just driving around with nothing on the back, you just put it on low, and if you've got like a really big weight, heavy trailer, you put it on high. But in this, what it does is this one's your hand roll, and then this one limits the hand roll. So but not at the same time. So that's all the way up, and that's obviously not bringing it down. Yeah. But if we were to go forward, if I was going to rev on there, yeah, bring that down.
That's it.
Just rev to whatever. Yeah. Mod controller's the same as the Maxim's one. That takes you between your gear ranges, which you don't really have gear ranges in this, but I'll explain them in a sec. That's forward and backwards. You can't use that to start off with. To start off with, you have to use this. The shuttle, yeah. And use clutch to start off with, but from that point on, you don't need a clutch. Well, that's what Mark kept saying to me. He says you only need your clutch once. You only need it once. And then that is it. That's it. Yeah. What you've got on here, now on the Maxim, this gives you what gear you're in. Because you've got three different gear ranges, and you can adjust what they are. So if we put it into the top one, you just press this button to put it into the top one there, and then that'll put it into the 53. But you can set the speed for each. So we can set the speed. So what that does is, when you put your foot on the accelerator, or when you push this forward, you'll go up to 53k. Yeah. Or whatever you've got that set to. And whatever you've got that set to. So at the moment, if that's for road transport, so you can creep about the yard, just put your foot on a little bit, and you'll just go about the yard a little bit. Then you just go put your foot down, it'll just take you all the way up to 53k, and it'll sort the revs out and everything else for you. If you didn't want that to be 53, which is the top speed, let's say you were going to, I don't know, you wanted it to be 40, you just turn that, the dial, and then you just set it to whatever. So I'm going to set that to 40. The one below it's 16, but I use that's the one I use in the yard for reversing trailers. We'll just set that to 15. And then the lowest one, we're doing some really slow moving work. You can set that to whatever you want. Put it in reverse. So when you start off, so clutch is in, brake is on. If I take them off, the tractor holds itself. It does, yeah. And then I can do it with this as well. So I can just move, it's in reverse, so I can just move backwards with that. I like to use the foot throttle, but it's up to you. The beauty with this is you put it in that real slow one, you can back right up. So I can go right back to that bale, really slowly. Verve ever hitching up, isn't it? Look how slowly that's moving. And I could set that real slow, so I could set that down to like, there you go, like, what's that, 0.4 of a kilometre an hour? When I had the Puma, I had the top one set at 50, you know, the top speed. I was working with the middle range, set at like 8 or 9k, 8.5k or whatever. And it puts all the power into it. So if I go forward now, forward is 3, oh, well, let's drop that down. So I put my forward at half a kilometre an hour, and I put that flat out. So it's going to take you up to that speed? Yeah, so it's going to take me up to that speed. And if there was something, you know, a mole plough on the back or something, it's going to adjust the horsepower correctly for that. So if it's really going to pull, that'll be going 2,000 revs, but it doesn't need to, so it's going 880 revs. So we're only using 3 litres a minute. Are you sure you don't work for Case, Will? No! You're wearing the jacket. I'm wearing the jacket. I'm wearing the jacket because I'm cold. It's a lot to get your head around. Because the other thing you can do, you see, you can put the revs all the way up, and then just use that to creep forward. Yeah. Still with the revs really high. Yeah. So if you want your revs, let's say we're baling. So we'll set it to 8k, and then we'll just pretend that we're putting it on 540e because it's done. We put the PTO on. Now PTO is now reading at 280, so we'll take that to 540 with the hand throttle bit, and then I just put my foot down. The fastest we're going to go is 8k. 8k, regardless of the revs. Regardless of the revs. Yeah. So I'm stop now because I've got to wrap around bale. Wrapped, pull it out, pop back down. Yeah. No need to brake or anything. That's good. And you don't have to use the foot throttle. You can use that. It's the same job. Forward, forward, forward. Right, here we go. Nick's going up the track. There he is, driving like a big boy. I like it how you haven't actually moved that forward. That is the most comfortable for your arm there, as close as it can possibly get. Yeah, as close as it can possibly get. No. Our arms. Look, mine's way long. 50k as well. We don't have a tractor that goes 50k. Oh, 50k's going down. Again, not to bring up Matt Nightby, but he was like, when I was looking at the Maxim, he was like, do you know what, you'll have that and you'll be like, that's an actual game changer. Because all of a sudden, all your transport times are 20% quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I get so much more done in a day. These go 50, that goes 50, this go 54 going now.
50, yeah, 53. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, when I had the Puma on demo and I brought it back, Mark drove up to the field for me to have a play with it. When it was time to bring it home, it buggered off, so it was me, you know, I had to get it back to the yard. I pulled out the gate and I pushed this lever forward and it just flew. I'm like, this is what 50k in the tractor feels like. I was like, game changer,
It is, like I said, even for like, I mean, obviously in a Puma you'd be burning quite a lot of diesel doing it, but because I deliver brown bags of hay to like local villages, I'm like, do I put it in the back of a pickup or I've got 50k? Like, just pick it up with a tractor and drive off. Like, the time difference is sort of negligible between a pickup truck and a tractor because I'm not getting a massive difference because I'm not loading it onto the back, strapping it down. I'm just sort of grabbing one on the front, one on the back on a spike and off to an equine yard or whatever. It's great.
We opted for Fordson in the John Deere just because
it's a big bit of kit. It's different.
It's a big bit of kit. It doesn't do a lot of road work. Occasionally, some farm too. But no, for us, 40k was plenty.
Yeah, but that does make sense. That's a big tractor.
But it depends what you're doing.
That's like if you're going to get a Magnum. I mean, do you want to drive something that big on a British country road? Well, 50k.
That's it.
It's tight. British roads can get pretty tight.
They can.
They can get really tight.
Especially these days.
And you've got cars flying out and they're all driving like Chelsea tractors and stuff like that. You know, you don't want to be going 50k in something that's like over 3 metres wide. But tractors like this, like the Puma and the Maxim, and the 6 Series Deers and T6s, T7s. I don't know really too much about Massies, but I would imagine 5 and 6 Series.
I'm actually going to go see a Massey 5S.
Oh yeah.
In a couple of weeks, I'm going down to some lads called 4 Winds Farm from YouTube.
Hi 4 Winds Farm from YouTube. But again, we don't have a Massey dealer, and I genuinely did call them and didn't get much of a response. They're miles away.
They're miles away.
Like, it's almost hard to ask them to bring out a demo because that's, for them, that's not only probably 2 people's days worth of work to get it to you, because one guy's got to drive it, the other guy's got to come and pick it up. Like, that's a lot of money that they're going to invest in a demo for someone who's miles away, probably not going to buy it. So, yeah, dealer location and the attitude.
Dealer location, the attitude of the dealer. Dealer makes a difference.
It does, man. It does. Yeah, we've got a good New Holland dealership in the area as well. They're the only 2, aren't they? But it's just Case New Holland.
It's pretty much just Case New Holland now.
John Deere's moved out of the county.
Obviously, the chaps, Sharmans, they have JCB as well as Case.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's Case, JCB, and New Holland. I like driving this.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's quite comfy. You can sit in all day.
It is the sort of tractor you could sit in all day.
Yeah, it is.
That's what you want.
Yeah, and it's just the right size for those sort of, I don't even know what to say, sort of big, medium-sized arable, because I don't know what the average size. I know that I'd be a small arable farm with 300 acres, but it's just the right size for you if you've got an 18-ton trailer.
Yeah.
If you've got a square baler.
Yeah.
Your kit's probably a bit too big for this, isn't it?
Well, people kept asking me,
do you think this would pull your subsoil?
I reckon it pull the subsoil. Yeah. But people keep asking me, won't the 240 Puma pull your drill? Now, I don't think horsepower is really the issue. I mean, it might be a touch underpowered, but not by much. It's the weight distribution. Yeah.
It'll be all drill, no tractor.
It'll be all drill, no tractor. So I think if and the big word is if we ever change the John Deere to a Case, it'll probably be an Optum.
Yeah, that's
300.
It'd be nice to drive an Optum. I would imagine they're almost no different.
Yeah, Mark, if you're watching, I know you want me to try an Optum. We will we'll arrange that probably for next year. Where am I parking this?
Park it wherever you like, bro.
I'll park it up here.
Park it up here. Park it wherever you like.
Park it up here and take a photo of this.
Should be going. Well, if you want a photo, don't get all the manky bales.
Manky bales? Oh, okay. Let's go into reverse.
Put it in the barn, or over on the concrete blocks behind it, because the field's behind us.
All good. Yeah.
Less lulls than our last video.
Less lulls.
But shows you around.
It shows you around. Yeah.
Shows you around. It's nice.
Right. It's nice. Nice tractor.
Yeah.
Nice tractor.
You could do a quick one on the 5100. How that works. It's a manual gearbox and 2 spools. Guess
that'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Bailey trailer.
You want to see how that works?
No, I know how it works. I just want an excuse to hook it up and drive away with it. Yeah, smart tractor. Pretty impressed with Case, to be honest. Right guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you like the video, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. I don't know where Will's gone, and if I'd come in a tractor, I'd definitely be hooking that up and taking that home with me, the Bailey trailer. Right guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. See you later.